Just wondering how you're feeling mentally, physically this point of the season, and if you can sense whether it's you, your teammates, and this is kind of in comparison to some of the other squads that went into the bubble, the AllStar break coming up. How are you processing all of that, and how is that working at this point?
I feel really good. I feel great mentally, physically. I haven't been playing big minutes this year, so I'm relatively fresh compared to guys that played a lot in the playoffs and have played big minutes this year. So I think as a team, it's still the same mantra. Day by day, just trying to chop wood and figure it out. We knew this year was never going to be perfect. Obviously, with COVID, having Dennis out, and then unfortunate with the short turnaround, having AD being banged up a little bit. But our heads are high.
Kyle.
Hey Kyle, obviously you guys had time to prepare with AD, but I was just wondering last night when it comes in late that Dennis is going to miss the game, how did that strike the locker room, and what kind of on-the-fly adjustments did you have to make to play a game without Dennis?
Well, we've had that happen to us this year already a few times. More notably, AC had the same type of issue earlier on in the year, and that caused a challenge for us. Having one of our second unit guys out, and it's just all about next man up mentality. Obviously, with these new protocols and how everything goes, it's definitely always going to be obstacles and challenges. But we have a deep team, and a lot of guys that can step up.
Dave.
Kyle, what's going to go through your mind seeing the Heat again? Will you look back to the time in October and that final series, and also, do you think just a win, a good solid win, could be good for you guys?
Not really. Nothing much is going to go through my head. I think, with all due respect, I haven't seen too much of the Heat this year, but we're a brand new team, and they're a brand new team too. Just from just a bird's eye view of everything. So obviously, both teams have the same components. Some of the same variables and players, but for the most part, it's new guys playing in rotation. So it's a little bit of the different teams and different challenges.
Bill.
Hey Kyle, I'm wondering, how does LeBron alter? That's not the right word, but what's different about LeBron when he's playing with AD on the floor versus when he's not in the lineup? And we really haven't seen LeBron without AD for a sustained period of time since going back to his first year here when it was kind of him and you and the young guys. Is there anything that you can draw on from that year to inform how to play over this next month?
You saying as a team or individually?
Maybe both, but I was thinking more from a team standpoint.
Oh, okay. Well, I think the biggest thing is, he's just more aggressive he has to be more aggressive to find his shot more when AD's not on the court. And he has been, in certain rotations and lineups that we have, usually that first lineup in the second quarter, he's out there and he's the one with the ball in his hands and taking a majority of shots. So, just having that type of mindset, obviously with AD on the court, he's more so looking to get him involved, and we as a team are trying to get AD the ball anytime he's on the court. So that's just the main difference I see.
Alan Sliwa.
Hey, Kuz, just want to get your thoughts. You've been asked multiple times so far this year to slot into that starting role. How big of a difference is that for you, just mentality-wise, whether you're coming in off the bench or you're asked to play in that starting position?
Well, I just think it depends on, what the team kind of needs. My role, I've just been really focusing starting or not starting this year just from a defensive standpoint, because sometimes it's been AD in the lineup too. So really just focusing defensively, you know, impacting the game other ways, rebounding, and you know, just trying to make teammates better. So.
Harrison,
Hey Kuz, you guys haven't gotten to practice a whole lot this year, and I was just wondering what you feel like is the biggest impact on both you individually and then the team as a whole of not getting to practice very much.
I don't really think too much for me. You know, I think you know, I do a good job of getting into the gym on off days, and you know, just constantly maintaining my work ethic, being in, getting shots, getting lifts. You know, but you know, one of the biggest issues, not issues, but you know, things when you don't practice is from a chemistry standpoint. You know, I think obviously being in the gym, just being around guys, that camaraderie, that all goes into, you know, the team's chemistry. And you know, not saying we don't have good chemistry, but you know, I think that's one thing that, you know, affects a little bit. Somebody gonna say something? What's going on? I'm the host now. That's what it says. Daniel, what you got for me?
Hey, what up, Kyle? Kuzma? How you doing, man? Just messing with you, bro. Nah, first, what's going on, brother? How you doing, man?
How you doing? Good.
Daniel Artest from the Daniel Artest podcast. Man, you really focus on your defense and rebounding, doing more of the dirty work and not really looking to be that third star. What made you decide to make that choice and adapt to your new role?
You know, I don't really get the ball as much, so I got to figure out ways to just impact and figure out ways just to, you know, be on the court for this team. Obviously, you know, I'm a small forward, power forward, and those two positions are the two best players in the league. So, you know, it's going to be very scarce for me out there from an offensive standpoint. So, for me, got to figure out ways to just do other things and, you know, just not be a zombie on the court like I was a lot last year, standing around and doing things. So, you know, just trying to go out there and just compete and to see where the chips are.
last question, Brian Kamenetsky.
Hey, Kyle, I'm curious, there's been a lot of response from a lot of the stars who are expected to be named to the All-Star team. Some controversy around that and whether guys want to be playing. For guys who aren't necessarily in line to go to Atlanta, what is generally the attitude among players, or at least your attitude about whether or not the game should be played?
I mean, if I was, you know, All-Star, then I would probably be happy to play the game, you know, because I've never been one, but obviously I'm not, so I don't really care too much. I'm going somewhere on vacation. I'm going somewhere with some sand, and, you know, I'm going to enjoy my time.
Thanks.
Yeah.
There's sand in LA, Kyle.
Yeah, but I like white sand, you know, like the good sand, and then also clear waters. You know, that's one thing. It's not too clear. It's a little murky out here recently, so, you know.